Of course, here's a powerful expansion of key point, know your worth with full impact and energy. You have to understand something. Your worth is not up for debate, not by society, not by your friends, not by your family, and certainly not by someone who doesn't appreciate who you are. The moment you allow someone to treat you like an afterthought, you are telling them it's okay to overlook you. And let me tell you something, it is not okay. You were not put on this earth to beg for love, to plead for attention, or to chase someone just to feel seen. If they don't recognize your value, then they were never meant to be in your presence. Too many people waste their time waiting for someone to appreciate them, when the truth is appreciation should never have to be begged for. It should come naturally. If someone can't see the gold in you, they are simply not meant to hold you. People will test you. They will see how far they can push you, how much you will tolerate before you break. And if you don't set a boundary, they will keep on taking. They will make you feel small so they can feel big. They will drain your energy, your kindness, your love, until you are left wondering why you even gave them a chance in the first place. Let me tell you right now, you don't deserve that. You never did. And the sooner you recognize your own value, the sooner you stop allowing people to handle you like you are disposable. You see, when you know who you are, you walk differently. You talk differently. You move with purpose. You don't entertain disrespect. You don't justify bad behavior. And you don't let anyone treat you like an option. People who know their worth don't wait around for someone to validate them. They don't need approval. They don't need permission to shine. They step into their power, and guess what? The world adjusts accordingly. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. Sometimes the biggest enemy to your worth is you. Yes, you. The one who makes excuses for people who hurt you, the one who stays in toxic relationships hoping they will change, the one who lowers their standards just to keep someone close. Listen to me. You cannot expect others to value you if you don't value yourself first. Stop shrinking yourself to fit into places that were never built for you. Stop settling for less because you're afraid to be alone. Let me tell you, being alone is better than being in the wrong company. Being alone gives you clarity, strength, and the space to find the kind of love that actually deserves you. A person who truly loves you will never make you question your worth. They will never put you in a position where you feel like you have to fight for their respect. They will never play mind games, give you half love, or treat you like an option. Real love is certain. Real love is clear. And real love doesn't require you to compromise your self-respect just to keep it. If someone is constantly making you feel small, draining your energy, or making you question yourself, let them go. Let them watch you from a distance as you step into the power you were meant to own. Because the moment you stop settling for crumbs, you make space for the feast that was meant for you. The moment you stop tolerating less, the right people start to recognize your value. And when you finally realize your worth, you become trust is everything. It's the foundation, the backbone, the lifeline of any real connection. The moment trust is broken, everything else crumbles. You can't fake trust, you can't force it. And once someone betrays it, there is no going back to the way things were. Too many people fool themselves into believing that a lie is just a mistake, that deception is just a moment of weakness, but let's be clear, lies are a choice. Betrayal is a decision, and anyone who makes a conscious decision to deceive you has already proven where you stand in their life. People who lie to you are telling you one thing loud and clear: you are not worth the truth to them. And that is unacceptable. The truth may hurt, but a lie destroys. It doesn't just break trust, it breaks confidence, it breaks security, it breaks peace of mind. Because once someone lies to you, you're left questioning everything. Was anything ever real? Were the words they spoke true? How many other lies did they tell? And let me tell you, once doubt enters a relationship, it spreads like wildfire. You start searching for clarity in conversations. You replay moments in your head. You look for signs you missed. And in the process, you lose something you can never get back: peace. A liar doesn't care about the damage they cause. They only care about covering their tracks. They will gaslight you, make you question your own instincts, twist the truth so well that you start wondering if you're the problem. But you're not the problem. You're not wrong for expecting honesty. You're not unreasonable for demanding truth. And you're certainly not overreacting for refusing to tolerate deception. The problem is with them, the person who took your trust for granted, who played with your faith in them like it was a game. There are no small lies. A lie is a lie. If someone can look you in the eye and deceive you once, what's stopping them from doing it again and again? Because that's how it works. The first lie is the hardest. After that, it gets easier. And before you know it, you're caught in a web of half-truths and false promises, drowning in a sea of deception while they stand on the shore, acting like nothing happened. Let me tell you something. When someone shows you they're willing to lie to you, believe them. Not their excuses, not their apologies, not their empty words. Believe their actions, because actions don't lie. Some people will lie to keep you, some will lie to manipulate you, and some will lie because they simply don't respect you enough to be honest. But the common thread? Every single one of them made a choice to betray your trust. And you have a choice too, to accept it or to walk away. Because trust, once broken, is never the same again. You can tape it up, glue it together, pretend it's fixed, but the cracks will always be there. You'll always wonder if they're telling the truth. You'll always have that voice in the back of your head whispering, can I really believe them? And let me tell you, a relationship without trust is just an illusion. It's a lie you tell yourself so you don't have to face the truth. You deserve honesty. You deserve transparency. You deserve to feel secure in the people you let into your life. If someone betrays your trust, they are telling you exactly who they are. And when someone shows you who they are, it's your responsibility to believe them. Because the longer you ignore the truth, the deeper the damage becomes. And you, my friend, are worth more than that. When you open your heart to someone, when you let them see the real you, the raw, unfiltered, unguarded version of yourself, you are giving them a privilege. That is not weakness. That is not something to be taken lightly. You are handing them the keys to your inner world, trusting that they will protect it, that they will hold it with care. But some people don't deserve that access. Some people take that trust, that vulnerability, and use it as a weapon against you. And that right there is one of the deepest betrayals a person can experience. There is nothing more dangerous than someone who knows your wounds and chooses to press on them. Someone who listens to your pain, looks you in the eye while you share your struggles, and later throws it all back at you like ammunition. That is not love. That is not friendship. That is cruelty wrapped in a disguise. Because real love, real connection, real loyalty, it builds, it shelters, it protects. It never takes your deepest insecurities and turns them into a tool for destruction. Pay attention to the people you confide in. Pay attention to how they react when you are vulnerable. Do they hold space for you? Do they listen without judgment? Or do they store your pain for later, ready to bring it up in the heat of an argument, ready to twist your words when it benefits them? Because someone who truly cares about you will never use your past against you. They will never take what you have shared in trust and turn it into something that breaks you. And if they do, if they use your fears, your weaknesses, your secrets to hurt you, that is not someone you should ever allow near your heart again. You see, people like that, they are not just betrayers, they are manipulators. They gain your trust, they let you believe they are a safe place, and then when the moment is right, they strike. They wait until you are vulnerable, and then they twist the knife. And what makes it worse, they often pretend like they don't even realize what they're doing. They disguise their cruelty as honesty. They say, I was just being real with you, or I thought you could handle the truth. But let's be clear, there is a difference between honesty and intentional harm. And if someone is using your own truth to hurt you, that is not honesty. That is betrayal in its purest form. Never, and I mean never, ignore the signs. If someone takes your struggles and throws them back in your face, if they make fun of your insecurities, if they remind you of your lowest moments just to gain the upper hand, then you already know who they are. They have revealed themselves. And once someone shows you their true nature, believe them. Because if you forgive that kind of betrayal once, they will do it again. They will apologize, they will promise, they will say all the right things. But the moment they feel threatened, the moment they feel like they are losing control, they will go right back to using your own pain against you. Your vulnerability is a gift. It is not something to be mocked, not something to be manipulated, not something to be thrown around carelessly. And if someone cannot handle it with care, they do not deserve access to it. Protect your heart, protect your peace, protect the parts of yourself that only a rare few should be allowed to see. Because once you realize that not everyone deserves your deepest truths, you will stop handing them to people who have no intention of keeping them safe. Loyalty is not a request. It is not something you beg for, not something you should have to explain, not something you teach a grown person. Either someone is loyal to you or they are not. It is that simple. And if someone has to think about whether or not they will stand by you, if they have to decide whether or not to defend you, if they are only loyal when it is convenient for them, then let me tell you something. They were never loyal to begin with. Because real loyalty doesn't shift with circumstances. It doesn't disappear when tested. It doesn't bend when put under pressure. Watch how people act when you are not in the room. That is where true loyalty is revealed. When someone speaks ill of you, do they sit in silence or do they stand up for you? When you are struggling, do they offer a hand or do they step back and wait to see if you'll make it on your own? When others turn their backs on you, do they stay or do they suddenly become distant, acting as if they never knew you? Because loyalty is not just about presence, it's about action. It's about knowing without a shadow of a doubt that someone will have your back whether you are watching or not. The problem is too many people confuse proximity with loyalty. Just because someone is around you does not mean they are for you. Just because they laugh with you does not mean they won't whisper about you. Just because they call you their friend, their partner, their family does not mean they are willing to protect you when it matters. And that right there is why you need to pay attention. Because loyalty is not proven in easy moments. It is tested in the hard ones. You will see people switch sides the second it benefits them. You will see them stand with you when you are winning, but disappear when you are struggling. You will see them play both sides, acting one way with you and a completely different way behind your back. And let me tell you, when someone shows you that they are only with you when it is safe for them, when it is advantageous for them, that is not loyalty. That is convenience, and convenience will never stand the test of time. You need people who will protect your name when you are not in the room, people who will refuse to entertain gossip about you, people who will correct a lie instead of sitting there and allowing it to spread. If someone is comfortable around those who disrespect you, you already have your answer. If someone hesitates when it is time to stand up for you, you already have your answer. If someone only shows up when there is something in it for them, you already have your answer. Stop making excuses for people who have already revealed themselves. Loyalty is rare. It is valuable. It is something that should never be taken for granted. And once it is broken, there is no coming back from it. Because once someone has betrayed your trust, once they have shown you that they are capable of turning their back on you, that possibility will always exist. You will always wonder if they will do it again. You will always have that voice in the back of your mind saying, can I really count on them? And let me tell you, if you even have to ask that question, then the answer is already no. Surround yourself with people who are loyal, not just in words, but in actions. People who will fight for you the way you would fight for them. People who will not let fear, pressure, or personal gain shake their commitment to you. Because at the end of the day, loyalty is not something you request. It is something that should already be there. And if it's not, you already know what to do. Love is not supposed to hurt. Read that again, let it sink in. Love is not supposed to break you, make you question your worth, or leave you feeling like you have to walk on eggshells just to keep the peace. If someone claims to love you but constantly tears you down, if their words cut deeper than any wound, if their actions make you feel small, then what they are giving you is not love, it is control. It is manipulation. It is abuse wrapped up in excuses, disguised as passion, twisted into something it was never meant to be. And you do not, under any circumstances, deserve that. Too many people stay in situations where they are being emotionally, mentally, or even physically broken because they have been conditioned to believe that love requires suffering, that loyalty means enduring pain, that being in a relationship means sacrificing your own peace just to keep someone else happy. But let's get something straight. Love does not destroy. Love does not demand your silence when you are hurting. Love does not make you feel like you have to prove your worth every single day just to be treated with basic respect. If someone is constantly tearing you down with their words, if they belittle your dreams, if they make you feel stupid, unworthy, incapable, guess what? That is abuse. If someone uses their anger to intimidate you, if they slam doors, break things, get in your face just to make you scared, that is abuse. And the worst part? Abusers are experts at making you doubt your own reality. They will gaslight you, make you question yourself, tell you that you are too sensitive, that it's not that bad, that every relationship has problems. But let's be clear. There is a difference between normal relationship struggles and systematic destruction of your self-worth. Abuse is not always bruises. It is not always raised voices. Sometimes it is silent. It is the cold stares, the intentional neglect, the way they make you feel invisible when you don't do exactly what they want. Sometimes it is disguised as jokes that humiliate you in front of others, insults that are brushed off as just playing around. But let me tell you something. Anything that makes you feel broken, anything that makes you feel like you are not enough, anything that makes you feel like you are losing yourself just to keep someone else happy, that is not love. That is a cage. And I don't care how much history you have with them. I don't care how good the good times are. I don't care how many apologies they give you, how many times they swear they will change, how much they promise to do better. If someone shows you that they are willing to break you once, they will do it again, and again, and again, until there is nothing left of the person you used to be, until you wake up one day and don't even recognize yourself in the mirror. And that is not a price you should ever be willing to pay for love. You deserve to feel safe. You deserve to be with someone who builds you up, who makes you feel stronger, not weaker. Someone who listens to your fears instead of using them against you. Someone who apologizes and actually changes instead of making the same mistakes over and over again. Someone who loves you in a way that makes you feel free, not trapped. Because love is not meant to be a war zone. It is not meant to leave scars. And the moment you realize that, the moment you truly believe that, you will never again accept anything less than the love you deserve. Respect is not optional. It is not a favor. It is not something you have to earn through suffering. It is the foundation of every real relationship, every true connection, every bond that is built to last. And the moment someone disrespects you, the moment they treat you as less than, the moment they cross the line and make you feel small, that is the moment you know exactly where you stand with them. Because let me tell you, respect is not an accident. It is a choice. And if someone chooses to disrespect you, they are making it clear that they do not value you. Watch how people speak to you when they are angry. Watch how they treat you when they don't need anything from you. Watch how they act when no one else is watching, because that is who they really are. A person who respects you will not tear you down just because they are frustrated. A person who respects you will not talk down to you, humiliate you, or treat you like you are beneath them. And if they do, if they think they can get away with degrading you, belittling you, making you feel like you are less than you are, then you need to understand one thing. Disrespect does not get better. It does not disappear. It only grows stronger the more you allow it. People will test your boundaries. They will see how much they can get away with. They will throw out little comments, subtle insults, casual dismissals, just to see how you react. And if you let it slide, if you brush it off, if you tell yourself it's not a big deal, guess what? They will do it again and again until one day the person you thought loved and cared for you is speaking to you like you are nothing. Until one day you look in the mirror and realize you have been tolerating a level of treatment that you never should have accepted in the first place. You don't teach people how to respect you by staying silent. You don't teach people how to treat you by allowing them to cross lines and then hoping they won't do it again. You teach people how to treat you by setting boundaries so firm that they have no choice but to honor them or leave. And let me tell you, anyone who truly values you, anyone who actually cares about you, will never be offended by your boundaries. They will never see your self-respect as a threat. The only people who get upset when you demand respect are the ones who were never planning on giving it to you in the first place. Disrespect is not always loud, it's not always yelling or name-calling. Sometimes it's the way they ignore your feelings, the way they dismiss your concerns, the way they make decisions without considering you, like your opinions don't matter. Sometimes it's the way they talk over you, interrupt you, make you feel like your voice is secondary to theirs. Sometimes it's the way they make you feel guilty for wanting basic decency, for wanting kindness, for wanting the same respect that you so freely give. And let me tell you, if someone cannot even give you the most basic form of human decency, why on earth are you still allowing them in your life? Respect is not just about words, it's about actions. It's about how they make you feel in their presence. Do you feel valued? Do you feel heard? Do you feel seen? Because the people who truly respect you will never make you question it. You will know, without a doubt, that they honor you, that they cherish you, that they see your worth. And if someone is making you feel like you have to fight just to be treated with dignity, then you already have your answer. You already know what you need to do.